Greetings, Taurus. This is your general reading for March 2021. And as such, a general reading, we all know it cannot resonate for everyone. So, if it resonates for you, awesome. If it doesn't resonate for you, then feel free to come back next time. See what's on the bottom of the deck for March 2021, Taurus. Hey, look at this. Almost spring, right? I'm looking forward to that. Are you? Well. Two of Cups. Taurians, right? Spring is such a great time to fall in love. If that's what's in the cards, let us see. We're going to start with the yin line today. All you yin Taurians, so Nine of Cups. Wow. Page of Cups. Well, Taurus, what's going on, right? It doesn't look bad, that's for sure. Ooh. Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So what's in the energy stream where the yin Taurus resides is something exciting, a matter of the heart. And yeah, I gotta admit, I do like the glass being half full. So in this case, I'm seeing this cup as being half full, i.e., the energies are around a pathway. And the pathway is opening up new territory. And I always like it when the page shows up because the page represents such youthful energy, the exuberance of, holding life in a high regard, being able to truly see that anything is possible. I mean, of course, we can see that at any time of our lives, and the pages open up the window into which we can see ourselves as that excited, adventure-minded person, right? So the page wants to go on an adventure, but the page being in this position, it tells me that this is not puppy love. It's not the first time you've been around the block. So, although the excitement is there, it's the way that you're going to look at the process, the way that you're going to look at the event itself, that's going to be new. It's going to be different. And note that the page is holding out the cup to the Nine of Cups. So the 9 is a special number, of course, for all the suits. But when you get the cups, you know, I know the Rider-Waite deck has the cups all lined up for the guy who was standing there with a smile on his, you know, or sitting there with a smile. They're all lined up behind him. But in this particular case, I'm seeing this as being featuring a balance. But it's a balance with enticing, stimulating energy around it. And I don't mean stimulating like getting turned on. I mean stimulating in the way that that's something that contains wonderment and true, raw, natural warmth, goodness, joyful feelings is got the excitement within it. It's kind of a slow burn kind of a thing. And out of that, though, this is feeling like there's a lot of, if this is a relationship that's underway or something that is wanted to be underway, the one that actually gets past the starting gate, whoever is being considered, combining with them is for you Taurus people, for you Taurus Yin people. There's creativity there. There is this opportunity to see things unfolding that come from inspiration, come from a dance, something that's fun, something that is more like frolicking than, you know, a serious down-to-earth endeavor all the time. So you are earth signs, so down-to-earth is where you live. But I think that the message here is to be willing to dance with that energy and to allow it to be lighthearted. Even though it is grounded, it does not have to be it doesn't have to be grounded on a planet where there's all kinds of gravity pulling you down to the earth. It can be more like a moonwalk, maybe, if you know what I mean. Ever seen the videos of the astronauts bouncing along? Because the gravity is much, much less than on Earth, on the moon. And the astronauts, they can walk, and they do walk, but they also can bounce really high, stepping giant steps, right? So that's the kind of dance. The ability to take giant steps by bouncing on your tiptoes, right? That kind of thing. And then, because of him holding out the cup to tons of emotional feeling type energy, what becomes the end game for this line is that it turns the wheel. It turns your yin, your wheel of fortune. It's transcendent. It's something that arrives as an invitation to go into a new skin, to shed your old skin and adopt a new skin. And the whole mystery about what does that new skin look like and feel like, that's the fun, the adventure. Let the wheel turn. Yin. Yang. What's shaking? We will see. Love is in the air, right? Love is definitely in the air with this reading so far. Let's see what's going on in the Yang world. Is there a serendipitous intersection? Get in your chariot and ride. There's the moon. Wow. And there's 4 of Wands. Okay. I'm seeing a big connection here with the idea. Okay, if you're a partner, this Yang line and this Yin line, if that's a partnership, then that's where I'm going to start. But I'm referring at the same time with the Yin and Yang as being possible to live both forces within each one of us individually, so that it can be your particular yin on that side of the scale and your particular yang on that side of the scale, right? But if it's a partnership, or even not, even if it's just your individual self for your balance. Remember talking about the gravity being on the moon? Well, there's the moon in the Yang line, and with the Charioteer being here also, a true get up and go kind of action figure, an action figure in the major arcana of the tarot. So it's the Yang energy here that is going to lead the charge, that needs to lead the charge. So, I was talking in the Yin line. I mean, the Yin line really felt like that Yin, receptive, softer energy, nurturing energy when I was talking about it. And so I was talking about the necessity to maybe not get into a gravitational pull that, binds you down or holds you down. Rather be in the gravitational pull of the moon. Well, it is not only the yang that carries the impetus to show everyone what that's like, to be able to convey the idea of what that's like to dance as if you weigh less, to dance as if you are lighter than a feather. Not only that for Yang, though. Yang's also responsible, according to this line, to take action on it. Because the lunar energy can be, inside. Some of them wants to hang back, live in the shadows, live in the other world, the world of the moonlight, right? And so that doesn't have to be the moonlight. The moon qualities of energy can be brought into the sunlight. And I think that's the role of the Charioteer here. To bring, to mine the ideas, be a miner that digs out the gold of the ideas from the moon energy and takes action and conveys the idea of how to do that. And what does that lead to? A fiery, balanced, inspired world. Yang. Enough said about Yang. That's strong, but it's clear. Strong, but clear. Major Arcana. The umbrella, the spiritual biosphere that's up here in which these cards live. And then what energies are radiating down into this biosphere to make things grow. And that's what we're going to see right now. With Major Arcana card, 22 cards for 22 cards. Numbered. First one, 17. Second one, 4. Third one, it's right on top. 12. Fourth and final. 8. Exciting. One cut of the cards. 1, 2, 3, we have 4. 5, 6, 7, we have 8. 9, 10, 11, we have 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, we have 17. The big picture. What is overall? Star card. What is the obstacle? Emperor. What is our asset? Justice. What is the possible outcome? The Chariot. I like it. Okay. So, whatever's going on in terms of, so the environment up here really is trying to head in the direction of a heart-filled experience in the month of March. So what is the reflection of that? The refracted energy of the star card. How does that apply? Well, it is a significator of what you want to get out of it. So that if you were thinking, well, why would I want to go there? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to get together with this other person? Why would I want to feel better about myself in that regard. All those things, all the emotional things. To have as your byline, what's hovering over there is that because, the answer to why is because it is determining your future path. It's not predicting your future path. It's determining it only because it's filtered through it. So that means that the choices you make in terms of what you do with this energy, that's where you find out what your future path is. And connecting with the energies of the star card is not a bad idea. Being your authentic self is not a bad idea, which is the energies of the star card. Being the ibis, being the phoenix rising from the ashes, going forward, but going forward as your authentic self. Knowing now, because the star represents that point in the development of the perfection of your spirit, where you're ready to balance forces. You're ready to not only balance them, but to be the balance. Justice, which comes earlier in the major arcana, and we're going to get there in a sec, represents the balance. But the star card encourages you to be the balance. Now the energies that flow through you, they may come in, cattywampus, but they leave after they filter through your being balanced, because that's what you represent. The obstacle, well, the Emperor, who is the personification of leadership on the planet Earth, represents the energies for knowing how to do it, knowing what you know, being the CEO of your spiritual life. That's the Emperor, right? Well, why would something like that be an obstacle? Could be as simple as don't let it go to your head. Yes, be who you are. Embrace your greatness, but don't let it go to your head. And what's more, allow your energy to be your earth energy instead of his fire while you go through it. So that the Emperor stands there and says, I am the CEO of my soul, my spiritual life, and I know what I know, and I'm authentic to a fare thee well. But I am also the embodiment of Aries fire. What does a Taurus say? If all of a sudden the CEO of a spiritual soul became a Taurus rather than an Aries? Well, that's where you want to consider being yourself and not being someone else. That's the obstacle. The obstacle can be if you try and wear a different cloak or a different mask that makes you something but what you are. And your asset being justice, mean the situation being a balanced situation, and justice is the way to carry it out. So here's the ultimate, here is the pinnacle. You're not there yet. This is Arcana card 17. This is 8. You're not there yet. You're halfway there. But that means, though, that you're strongly there. And if you're being who you really are and not trying to be more than you are and not allowing yourself to be less than you are, then you are strong. Justice is no weakling. Justice is no flash in the pan. Justice looks you directly in the eye and it says, I stand for authenticity and I stand for balance. Period. The end. And that's what you got in your back pocket, with the outcome being a very nice contact with the Yang line. The Charioteer shows up again, though, showing how strong and how important this card is. So, you're ready to ride. If you follow this path, if you do this, you're ready to ride. But look what you're riding, this energy that you're taking into your chariot with you. It's not about riding off to war. It's about riding off to love and to that choice that you make when you see yourself and you see your perfect partner. What happens? What happens in the middle of those two energies? That's what you're riding off to find out. What a wonderful thing to consider. What a beautiful adventure you can have on the way, and how worthy is that as a possible goal where you're going. Taurus, I am so appreciative you came to see me today, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Thanks for stopping by. Love y'all. Till next time. Bye.